and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action to help you really understand which way are the markets headed in today's trading session, the gains and losses that are being seen right now, the sectors and the stocks that are in focus. All of that coming up over the next 4 to 5 minutes, so do stay tuned on to with me. First up, let's first look at how the markets opened in trade today and what are the early trends that we are spotting. So domestic stock markets began this week's trade on a flat note, dancing between marginal gains and losses. The Sensex just opened with a green tick, but soon slipped into the red, hovering near 52,900. The Nifty index was just managing to trying to hover around 15,700 mark. The bank Nifty was up 0.5% along with broader markets, however. So some green points also being seen in the markets. It's not all a complete bloodbath. So India VIX was still up 3%, touching 22 levels now, indicating further volatility that may come up in the markets as we speak. Also, IndusInd Bank stock was the top gainer today, followed by Powergrid, HUL, Sun Pharma. Tata Steel, however, was the top laggard, accompanied by M&M and TCS. The mega HDFC and HDFC Bank merger has now been given green light by the stock exchanges. So both these stocks are in focus in today's trading session. Also, apart from this, if we talk about a whole host of other factors, will be very important for the markets to really track point and going forward from here too. And one of those factors remains that the markets will be tracking the earnings coming forward from here. I think from Friday onwards, we will see the big IT companies like TCS come out with their next quarter earnings, Q1 earnings, and it will be very important to now see whether there has been an impact of the rising crude oil prices and any negative impact on the supply chains, the orders right there. All of those things will be important to track because the crude oil prices really surged in this last quarter. All of that impact will come in. Apart from that, the US Fed is likely to meet this week too on Wednesday. What really comes out of that meeting will be again important for the markets to track. And apart from this, there will be the crude oil price movement that will be important to track as well. Apart from this, experts do believe, like VK Vijay Kumar, who's the chief investment strategist at Georgic Financial Services, believes that market movements this month are likely to be significantly influenced by the Q1 results, staring at TCS results on the 8th of July. More than the actual numbers, the market will be focused on the guidance. Similarly, in financials, particularly in banking, the market will be keen to know the trends in the credit growth rather than the decline in the treasury income, which is already known. The buoyancy in GST collections and the June auto numbers indicate that the economic recovery is gaining momentum in spite of the headwinds that we are talking about. And this bodes well for the market's performance in second half of FY23, which has just begun with July. In the present context of near-term uncertainty, the best strategy, he believes, for investors is to buy high-quality large caps in a calibrated manner and wait with patience. That's the kind of expert commentary that we are getting at in the early trade. Let me just quickly take you through now to the sectoral movement and the stock movement as well. As I said, the Nifty Bank is in the green, so some support for the markets coming in from the downside, from the banks, financial services. No, financial services have now slipped into the red, actually 0.2% down as well. FMCG is supporting the markets today in green, 0.6% up. The Nifty Realty, the PSU private banks both, and the media stocks. These are the ones that are in the green. The autos are down slightly. The metal index is seeing a sharp fall of 1.7% today. Overall speaking, that when you talk about the market breadth, there are 21 advances, whereas 29 declines on the Nifty. So the market breadth is favoring the bears at this point. If you talk about the stocks that are in focus, on the downside, ONGC, Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, all of these commodity stocks are facing a big beating, 1.9% to 3.5% down in trade. TCS is down as well, feeling some pressure right ahead of its earnings this week. On the other hand, IndusInd Bank sharp jump on the upside, 3.4%. Apollo Hospitals, ITC, ICICI Bank and Britannia also up in trade in today's trading session too. Now, as we move forward, of course, it will be very, very critical to see how the markets really track the global markets, which are again quite muddled up as we speak too. With that, I wrap up this edition, but I will keep you updated with everything that develops on the stock markets today. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned with Business Today TV.